Hi, I'm Terrell Turner, the host of the Business Talk Library, and today I have a special guest on, Falguni Katira, and she has an amazing business in an area that I think all entrepreneurs and just professionals, period, can actually benefit from. So I'll let her tell us a little bit about her story and her business, but welcome to the show, Falguni.
Thank you so much. I appreciate being here. So my business is around coaching and coaching individuals and high performers, leaders in organizations. I primarily teach them about and coach them about business business acumen covered with self-awareness injected with how we can be more emotionally intelligent and how we as leaders have the ability to determine the culture around us to help people around us grow. So we as leaders have this amazing ability and the power in that sense to really influence people around us. So how can we do that in the best way is what I coach people about.
Okay, awesome, awesome. I mean, that is a very much needed resource because I
Yes.
think that once you get to certain levels in different companies or just in your own business, I mean, a lot of times you don't really see an active, like you say, development or learning process for you, and you need to learn even more at that point.
That's right.
So, how did you get into this? I mean, what was your background before starting this business?
So my background is in marketing. I have been always I have worked several positions where it was all people facing, customer experience, design thinking, marketing, project management, program management. It has all been related to, managing people and, working together as a team. That's always been my focus. I was part of a team, leading a team and all of that. So it really was important for me of how we all function together because, the work was going to get done either way. It was about the experience of getting the work done that mattered to me the most. I really wanted to ensure that we are all working and putting in our A efforts. Like, we are bringing our full selves to work, and that would only happen if we felt valued and appreciated at work. So that was a really big thing for me. And I think it is a driver for many. So it's about understanding what the values of the team are and then helping them get those and satisfy those in terms of a team environment and appreciate the efforts that the team is putting in. So it was about understanding how we all operated together, how we all came together as a team, have our complementing strengths come together and work as a unit. We all have different strengths. So being aware of that really helped me a lot in putting together a beautiful experience. The work was getting done, the work was happening, but it was happening happily. That is the difference. So that's where that's my background. That is the reason why I do what I'm doing because I absolutely appreciate. I have had multiple conversations with people that have not been satisfied with their experience at work, with their immediate manager, or there are many factors that determine how we feel at work, right? And if we feel demotivated, then it's going to impact on our work down the road, or it's already impacting, right? We are not bringing our full selves to work if we are not feeling motivated, if we are not, our values are not being met. So to be able to correct all of that from the bottom up is, I think, where the difference lies. That's what most of my clients also, that's their feedback to me, that since they feel full and they feel happy and they feel that their holistic self is appreciated at work, they can in turn do the same for their teams and their people around them. So it's just kind of creating a culture of more awareness, more emotionally intelligent surroundings around them.
Awesome. Now, I can definitely see why you're a highly sought after coach. Just with that mindset of really, say making it an environment where the work is getting done,
Mhm.
but people are actually enjoying it. Now, with everything that's going on with a lot of companies moving to I guess say work from home kind of capacity, have you seen a lot of that change, or are people still enjoying the work that they do now that are working from home, or has it presented new challenges?
Initially, it was a little bit of a challenge because people were not at least the organizations that I used to work with, people that I've worked with, they were all used to going to work, and work from home was a choice that people used to take or not. But now it is sort of mandatory across the board. So people have had, initially there were challenges of understanding how we are going to really relate, how are we going to get things done, because people were used to getting it done in person. So it was about, walking them through what is it that we can still do in terms of things to make sure that we are all feeling that connect, and that we are all having this one problem that we are addressing together, right? So the communication was a challenge, but communication is also the solution in that sense. So it is just about understanding how we can turn that around and make it work for us. So having more regular meetings, having like informal get-togethers, all of those things have really helped, because we never understood the importance of water cooler talks until we didn't have them. So it was just about getting together, getting to be in touch with our colleagues outside of the work environment. In that sense, having different themed Zoom calls and stuff like that has been really very helpful. And
Gotcha.
now I think people are getting used to it. People are getting used to this new way of working. And, it's so much of creativity has come out of all of this. It's just amazing to see.
Awesome. And now, speaking of creativity, with every business owner and entrepreneur that started a business or already had a business, I mean, we're working through, I guess you say, this era of COVID-19. I mean, it has really changed the way people approach their business. So I want to talk a little bit about, your journey with actually running a business behind the skill set that you have. Like, what has that journey been like, actually building your business around your expertise?
So this has actually been a very good time for me and my business, frankly, because this is a time when people are really unsure of what they are doing. They're unsure of how their life is going, what their life is going to look like. They're fearful, worried about their jobs. Of course, I mean, all of us are going through similar, problems, right? So for me, being a mental health, coach, being a self-awareness coach, it has really helped me connect with people, and many people have reached out because now they all need help. Now they are suddenly aware of what they were living on autopilot in that sense. Now this is the necessary break that has come. So they have taken the time to really look into what is it that they want to do going forward. There are many people that I've worked with that have changed their jobs and that have changed their entire vocation, their careers, as to now what they are going to do, because now they're finally able to look into what is it that actually fulfills them, what is it that is going to take their stress away, what is their driver. So we talk about all of these things that are most fundamental, and we don't sometimes realize this. We just go from one job to the other, one work to the other, and we don't take this break to essentially really introspect and see what is it that we truly want to do, what satisfies us. Now, this pandemic has given us that opportunity in that sense. So many people that I've worked with have done that. And for me personally, for my business, it has been, I've met so many people over the past 6 months that I was not able to meet otherwise. And they never thought that they could work with me otherwise. So it has been a learning experience. For me, since I'm people oriented, working with people, this has been my business has been growing, but I've also been trying to do a lot of other work within the communities that really need the help, but cannot afford services and so on. So it has been a time where I have been able to give as well as been able to help a lot more.
Okay, awesome. So can we tell the audience the types of services that they can expect when reaching out to your company?
Absolutely. So I have business consulting. I do workshops in organizations, in teams if they need communication workshops. I have done. I kind of basically cater to what I am an NLP coach as well. So I do communication workshops. I do coaching that is required for an executive team or his direct reports, the executive and his direct reports. So we do these different sorts of trainings that will help, and we go from having the problem identification to the problem solution. So it's an outcome driven approach. So I do it's, and I also have like online offerings. Basically, I have a program that is available online, 100% digital, with with 3 hours of my time. I do that. That is going to be that is available for 16 weeks. It's a program where we meet weekly, and we also, I have one-on-one 3 hours with each and every individual. It's a boot camp kind of a setting, but then I also have individual meetings with the participants. I also have one-on-one coaching, and that could relate from anywhere from untapping and uprooting your fear to actually making you a better leader. So an emotionally intelligent leader.
Awesome. So where can people find you online, or where can they find you on social media?
All social media channels with my name, Falguni Katira. Also on my website, falgunikatira.com. And they can reach out to me on LinkedIn. They can reach out to me on my email, personal email, falguni@falgunikatira.com. Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. Now, before we wrap up, one question that I like to ask every guest that comes on is, when you think about, your business and your journey, you think about, your expertise, what's two pieces of advice that you would give to a entrepreneur or a executive that is trying to become a better leader in their organization?
I would advise them to lead, and I have an acronym for lead, L.E.A.D. So this is what I tell everybody: listen to learn. L stands for listen to learn, because we really are not wanting to listen to reciprocate or to react. How about just changing it a little bit and listening to learn, to really understand what that person is trying to say, and then kind of respond back. So that is what L stands for. E stands for exemplifying what our message is, being who we are and being true to who we are, so just exemplifying that, because people, as we all know, are going to do what we do, not what we say. So we have to walk the talk, right? So that's that. And then A stands for appreciation. Appreciate the people that you work with, acknowledge their efforts. It is very, very important. We know a lot of people that feel demotivated because they are not being appreciated. And it's not about just validation, but it's just about acknowledgement as well. Understanding that they are making a difference, that whatever work they are putting in, it is all going somewhere. It's worth it. It's appreciated, right? So that. And then D stands for develop others. As a leader, we have the opportunity to become a gateway or a blocker. We got to choose. We can block people from growing, or we can actually become a gateway for people to grow, and thrive. So we as leaders have this opportunity to help other people also become leaders. Leaders raise leaders, right? So that's my message.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, Falguni, thank you so much for coming onto the show, for sharing your story, your background. We'll definitely add the links in the description so people can find you online and on social media and check out all the great stuff that you have going on. So thank you for coming on.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for tuning in to the Business Talk Library. If you like our content, be sure to follow us on social media. And if you want to see more of our exclusive content, you can subscribe and become a member on patreon.com/Business Talk Library. Hey, the Business Talk Library is the place where business makes sense.